Hello, sports fans. You're welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, the Premier Sport Fan Center. We're also live on Facebook and other channels right there. And we're here for the watch along of the game between Arsenal away at Liverpool at the Anfield right there. I'm not alone. My name is Afulaya Adeyemi, and I'm not alone in the studio. I have Polo, an Arsenal fan, in the studio. Polo, you're welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening, viewers, and thanks for having me once again. And so excited to be here again to support my darling Arsenal against this very stubborn and presently, the defending champion Liverpool. So I just hope we get the 3 point needed and get a good game.
So let me before the game kickstart at all,
Yeah.
what's your prediction for today?
Well, I'll take a win. I don't mind the scoreline. Take a win.
You take a win.
Yeah.
You don't. No, let's go. Be factual.
Yeah, a win for Arsenal. A win for Arsenal.
As in, be like put a figure to it.
Well, I'll take a 2-1 win
A
for
2-1
Arsenal.
win. Yeah. Yeah, Polo right there. The Anfield faithful. You can sing the song. I know today they won't want to walk alone, but yeah, that will be determined on the field of play, not by mere words. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting show today. And your favorite channels are trying to pray to actually set the journey of today in the right order right there. And yes, it is the Anfield that will host this one. Oh my goodness. It promises to be exciting, mind-blowing. And yes, one game that we all have been waiting for since the beginning of match day 3 in the Premier League right there. You can see the coach, Mikel Arteta, on the bench. Yeah, looking as calm as possible because, yeah, the pressure will soon be eaten up. But he's been on the dugout for these kinds of fixtures for some time now. So let's see how far it can go at the end of the day. So President kicks off by the Gunners. And yes, long ball forward to the Liverpool half. And Liverpool will start with a trade. Paulo, you see, this kind of games can be a banana peel. Should we be expecting a lot of surprise in this one?
Well, I don't think there will be any when two teams like this meet, in the caliber of Arsenal and Liverpool, I don't think there should be, expecting surprise. Either you expect one of the two teams to, if it were to be like yesterday's game between Manchester United and Burnley now, that's why you say you talk about surprise. But, if you look at the Liverpool-Arsenal fixture for some time now, it has always been, much really at Anfield. I think the last 3 meetings has ended, I think a draw, yeah. Has been ended in draws, and it's a game that usually produces goals. So I won't expect anything less than at least 2 to 3 goals in this game.
Yeah, Polo right there is expecting nothing less than 2 to 3 goals in this one right here. Kakas will send the ball forward, and Liverpool trying to control the pace and the tempo of this encounter. So it's the second minute of this game already, and it's 0-0 at the Anfield right there. Yeah, Anfield have not yet to see any goal because these games like this, at any point in time of these kinds of encounters, goals can begin to fly in right there. Long ball forward, headed out for a throw-in right there, and it's Arsenal that is playing from left to right, while Liverpool is playing from right to left right there. So Konate will find Virgil van Dijk at the heart of the defense. And with the way it looks, the normal setup of Liverpool is the 4-2-3-1 they went with last season. Alisson, and surprisingly, Szoboszlai is playing on the right back today. Konate, Van Dijk, and Kekes behind Gravenberch and McAllister. Salah with Gakpo playing behind Ekitike.
Yeah, and what's his name now? Szoboszlai played as a right back, I think, against Newcastle also. The Frimpong has been ruled out due to injury. But I don't know why, the manager have decided. Though, according to the manager, and he has played there with, I think, RB, his former club before. And probably for his national team also. But there's Joe Gomez also on the bench. I think there's Bradley also on the bench for Liverpool. Yeah, but I think it's a tactical, reasons why the manager have decided to, put Soboslai as a right back. Let's see how he fare against Arsenal. Aside from that, I think this is the, probably the best 11 they've got.
He said the best 11, probably the best 11 Liverpool can parade today. So Arsenal started with a 4-3-3, their practical flat midfield formation, with Raya in goal, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, all defenders playing behind Merino, Zubimendi, Rice, and in front Madueke, Gyökeres, Martinelli. What do you think?
Yeah, and based on availability, though there's oh, that was wrong. But there's you look at from the last match. I think we made only one changes. That's two changes. No Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard starting from the bench, and Mikel Merino coming in his place. We saw Bukayo, and there's a player down again. I hope this is not a serious
Saliba.
issue. William
It looks
Saliba.
like it's a serious one.
Yeah,
It looks like it.
and I think it will be replaced now. Yeah, it looks so.
Yeah, this is the guy that Arsenal brought in from Villarreal.
Valencia rather.
Valencia, sorry. Look at that long ball. Oh, maybe an hamstring or something.
And it's too early in the season for us to be picking up, injuries. And Bukayo Saka has been, ruled out for about 4 to 6 weeks now. And you have what's his name now? Saliba now also going out, and even Kai Havertz also out for probably up to 3 months. We might not even see Kai Havertz for the remainder of this season in the league again. And now you have Saliba now, going out. But one good thing now is that at least we have a 2-week, break rest, because there's going to be an international break after this. So let's see. We don't know how long.
But
We just hope
I
it to be a
think
short one.
Odegaard will be back.
No, Odegaard is actually on the bench.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the manager doesn't want to risk starting him at the end of the day. So game on in that encounter. And the first game for this man in an Arsenal shirt at the intimidating Anfield.
No, I think he played. I think the first game he was introduced in probably the second game that was against Leeds United, maybe in the last 10 minutes. But coming on to play. He has just come in now in the 5th minute of the game, so he's practically playing almost like 90 minutes. So let's see how he's going to fare. He's very young and aggressive also. I just hope he'll be able to handle, take good care of himself, because this is Anfield.
Now, so arguably that's the finest defender Arsenal have, Saliba.
Well, there are a lot of Arsenal fans that will disagree. They will say it's Gabriel.
No, because you are talking about just last season. If you span up to 3 seasons, the consistency.
Even
of
that
Arsenal,
3 seasons, some people will still tell you that it has been Gabriel. Though, I'm not taking anything away from him. I like him also very much.
It's not about likeness. You can't tell me that Gabriel is ahead of Saliba in performance for the last 3 seasons.
Well, if you are based on performance, well, you definitely give it to William Saliba. But I will still tell you that there are a lot of fans that will tell you that Gabriel.
Not every fans understand the football game. Some just follow their teams for following sake. So Arsenal back in possession, long pass forward, aimed at the teammates right there, was intercepted, and Zubimendi we tried to win that one back, and he did successfully, and that will be a throw-in to Arsenal. So it is 8 minutes of that encounter. Now the pressure is hitting up.
And we have a lot of players out there on the field now, probably playing for Arsenal against Liverpool for the first time. Talking about including Madueke, the striker Victor Gyökeres, and even now the 21 years old now that has just been thrown in here, having his talking about Mosquera. So If you want to, be champion, these are the kind of games you need to uh, uh, show your worth. At least make a mark.
So, and the news filtered in earlier today that Gakpo has just extended his contract at Liverpool.
Well, they don't have option. They don't. You can't let all wingers leave, and they need to at least keep one since they've let Luis Diaz, move to what's his name again? Bayern Munich.
Bayern
And
Munich.
also there's a news about Timakers also, leaving Liverpool. Liverpool are beginning to clear. This season, I think they've let in a lot of players go. So at least it's right for them to at least keep the other ones. And Gakpo has been very, very good for Liverpool since he joined them. I think two seasons ago.
Yeah, Gakpo has been very, very good since he joined them few seasons ago. It is right there. So Arsenal trying to attack, and oh, one back, Merino cross into the box,
There was no
headed
foul
out
there.
right
Why
there.
cross like that?
And Liverpool will pounce on that. Florian Wirtz on this one. We try to set it in, set it straight to the right hand side. And that's Salah who couldn't pick up his man with that pass. So Arsenal will attack via Martinelli. Martinelli still with the ball. And still Martinelli.
Crazy.
What is he doing? Still dancing in the box. What is this? What is this?
And this is where he was benched last match. You could have released your correct. At least give him the ball back there.
What is this? He could have played it in front of Gakeret. He run to the line and come into the middle. What is this? Why did he delay it? What is this? Well, different strokes for different folks is what football is made of sometimes. A long ball forward right there, and straight to Troy, and no one could get in behind that one. So Troy to Asda at the 11th minute of this encounter. So now looking at the Liverpool setup, who do you think is the most dangerous man, and why for Liverpool?
Well, it's not any other person other than Mo Salah. Yeah, you can't take anything away from him. I think after Harry Kane and I think Wayne Rooney is the third person that has scored more goals against Arsenal in the league, talking about 11 goals. So you can't take anything away from him. Presently, the best player in the land. So I think he's the most dangerous player for Liverpool.
Well, Mo Salah is who Paul. Well, what about Ekitike with the way he has started this season?
He has been on fire for Liverpool, but if you ask me who is the most dangerous player for Liverpool, I don't see any other person other than Mo Salah.
So Kerkers will return it back to Van Dijk, who will try to pick up the run of Salah, but they headed out by Gabriel right there. So it's a balanced game so far. Pound for pound, man for man, player for player so far in the game. Arsenal against Liverpool Football Club. But it's still going to be a long day on the field of play. So let's see how far they go from here and right now. Van Dijk straight to Gravenberch, who undoubtedly was a mainstay in that Premier League Team of the Year 2024-2025 season. He was so pivotal for Liverpool's success story in the Premier League. Gakpo will attack down the left, cuts back in, try to make way, and he shoots! Oh my goodness! That was a good attempt at goal. Went past his marker, ran in between, and tried to pick his spot. But it went agonizingly wide right there. Look at that attempt from Cody Gakpo.
Well, that was short of target, rather.
Yes, I said
Attempt. It was an attempt, but
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
short
a
of
good-
target.
Yeah,
but,
I know,
good
but-
one. Yeah, but you know, if you ask me, I don't think we should be giving him, you know, that kind of time and space to, you know, take that kind of ball, because you know, when he keeps taking that kind of ball, he continue to grow in confidence and having the belief that, you know, if, I'll definitely get one in. So we need to make sure we close them down, not allowing them to get too close to the boss. Not talk of, you know, trying to make any bad there. Ooh.
Oh, that was a close one. Alisson had to come out to save Liverpool's blushes right there. Calafiori with the ball straight to Merino, who returned it back to Mosquera.
I just want to see who is playing the number 10 role for Arsenal in this game.
I think so far it's
Probably
it's,
Declan Rice
it's
or Merino.
I think it's Merino.
Man, I don't know why Mikel Arteta
Declan
decided
Rice,
not
I
to
think
start.
Declan Rice is.
I don't know why Mikel Arteta decided not to start Eze, who could play as that number 10 also.
Maybe he's yet to understand the way Arsenal wants to play. Maybe. You know, there are different coaches, and the formation is different from information. You can set up a flat 4-3-3 formation, and the information in the game itself is different. So, Arsenal currently in possession of the ball. Straight swift one touch with Declan Rice. Zubimendi straight to Mosquera. Madueke with a long, dangerous pass. But Raya was there to the rescue.
Raya.
Merino with the ball right now for Arsenal. Chance to pick. Loses possession in a dangerous area. Fabian Ruiz tries to pick his teammate, but the pass was intercepted by the Arsenal player. Calafiori with the ball right now. Set it straight. The ball finds Zubimendi. And yeah. But looking at the shape of Arsenal, looks like playing three defenders on the ball.
Yeah, because you know, what's his name again? The left back actually coming in, you know, into the midfield to assist there. And I don't know what's this guy. What's his name again? Martinelli has been playing in this game. He has been giving away, you know, possession. And looking at that place again, I just couldn't find his man there. And you know, and you have a Szoboszlai to beat there, and you are still not taking your, you know, chances.
Well, chances when they come by, you should take your chances. Szoboszlai will restart the play from the throw-in. Send it straight to Virgil van Dijk, the Liverpool legend right there. Yeah? Van Dijk, Liverpool legend.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
disagree?
Definitely. I think, to me, you know, I would even say he's a better legend than Jamie Carragher. Honestly.
Why is he
Carragher
better?
never won the Premier League with Liverpool.
But I think he
Didn't won. He only won the Champions League. Yeah, with them, which what's his name? Van Dijk have actually done.
And he has also won 2 Premier League with them.
Yeah, and he has been very, very instrumental. We know Carragher, you know, very bad defender, cost a lot of home goals. I think he has about 7 home goals in the league. He's one of the top scorers when it comes to home goal. So you, to me, I'm not saying he's not a legend.
No.
You look at it, he's a legend because of how long, you know, he has played and the impact, his contribution. But I think if I'm to rank them, I'll pick Virgil van Dijk ahead of Jimmy Carragher.
But why are you throwing stones?
It's not stone, it's fat. I'm not the one that. But when you look at
Because
the
the
table for own
conversation
goals,
was Virgil van Dijk is the legend. You
Yeah.
said ahead of Gallagher.
yeah.
So why did Gallagher enter into
You know that almost everybody, one way or the other, you see another person will say,
and corner kick by Arsenal. Oh, headed out by Liverpool right there. Still, Arsenal back in possession. Tries to beat his marker, but hey, back to that stubborn Arsenal setup right there. So, 19th minute of that encounter, approaching the 20th minute. It is still Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0.
And look at this, and no VAR intervening on this. Look at McAllister in the box there, trying to bring down an Arsenal player there, and VAR is not doing anything about that. And Arsenal are gradually, that pass is too much for Gabriel Martinelli, who has not been himself in this game.
And just look at the smiles on Salah's face.
That was a neat one by Califori there, winning that ball there against Musala. I think he was trying to, ask the referee why, he didn't get a free kick there, but the referee said no, that was not a foul. And Arsenal playing with the two player playing from the wing for Arsenal to the to me at times they are a bit selfish players. They don't like releasing the ball on time. And so far, I think Martinelli has been the one that has been disappointing for me so far in this game, because looking at that ball in the first, I think 10 minutes of this game, there he could have released Gyökeres on time, but he decided to waste the ball there, and took the ball away from about 30 yards around to the inside the Liverpool boys there, and make sure he gave the ball back to Liverpool, sending that ball to goal kick instead of at least winning, even though it's a corner kick there, or even making any attempt there.
Well, let's see. But one thing you should note is that this guy, they are just try to get used to playing with a number 9. It will take time.
That's not about playing with number 9, releasing the passes
and that was a good attempt by Madueke. You can see the way Paulo is reacting on set.
No, that was good
tackle.
and good defending there from the Liverpool left back there.
Yeah,
and I kind of like the pass there from Zubimendi. This is what Martinelli should have done then. You know that you have a striker that is pacey. At least releasing, looking at how they release Madueke now. Take advantage of their their strength. We know that both Martinelli and Madueke they are very quick. Even Gyökeres there. At least use their strength. That was what I was expecting Martinelli to have done there, dropping the ball, but he had to run the ball all the way to goal kick. And another corner for us now. I hope we can take advantage of this set piece situation right now again.
So corner to Arsenal, taken into the box. Oh, headed out. And a shot! Oh, Madueke made that attempt, but Alisson was equal to the task. And one thing that I think the two teams have is their goalkeepers going on for them.
Yeah. You can't take anything away from the Liverpool goalkeeper. He's the legend of the game, one of the best goalkeepers in the world of football right now. And that was a good attempt there from Madueke, and a very well-timed reaction from the Liverpool goalkeeper there.
He had to react quick.
Ooh.
And I think it's not bad.
Yeah. That was good at, and the keeper,
Now, I think Arsenal did a smart business in bringing in Madueke to be the follow-up guy behind Saka.
Yeah, and one thing about Madueke now is that and I think this will be the first time he will be starting from his preferred wing for Arsenal. He has played about 2 games, playing from.
Because at Chelsea he plays both too.
Yeah, but I think he's more comfortable here where
right.
he is now, luckily now we have him, and we also have Eberechi who can also fill in. Probably no. I don't think he can. Eberechi is suited more to that Martinelli side also, or playing as the number 10. But good one. And you look at this Arsenal now. The difference between this Arsenal and maybe last season or 2 seasons ago is that when the likes of Bukayo Saka got injured, you won't have anybody to come in and at least deputize. And we could see now that a player like what's his name again now, Madueke, at least. He's been in the league and he's a threat on if you give him the time and space. And let's see how he handles takes the opportunity at least in the next 2-3 games. He might be the one starting for Arsenal, taking that right hand side of the attack for Arsenal.
And one of those teams that has been responsible for Arsenal coming second 2 times out of the past 3 seasons. Man City lost today.
Yeah, not surprising because to me I called it that they are definitely going to lose. I look at after I saw Manchester City first game, against I think Wolverhampton Wanderers. The first 20 minutes I wasn't impressed with the way they were playing. Though they won the game, but
and why was Timber holding on to? It's not his teammate.
Let's see what happened there again. He's complaining that. But both players were dragging each other there. But from the replay there, so Timber is trying.
But one was with the ball.
The ball was, both of them were contesting for the ball. So let's see. And I think so free kick to Liverpool. And so, Timber actually marking his countryman. They're talking about Cody Gakpo. Facing each other.
Netherlands international. Cross in by Florian Wirtz, long point. Now let's talk about Florian Wirtz. This is the 3rd game for Liverpool. And 116.5 million of according to reports from Bayern Leverkusen.
Yeah, and he hasn't scored. Though I think he got 1 assist. Is he
in the first game?
Is in the first game?
Yeah,
I think he got 1 assist. Ugo Ikitike. Yeah, but so far he hasn't live up to. I don't know if I say live up to expectation because
it's
Liverpool are winning. They've won both games he has played, and it's too early. But when you bring player in for that kind of huge amount, fans and we want instant impact from that
kind of
player. Yeah, and I think so far among the Liverpool signing, though I'm not a Liverpool fans, but I think Ugo Ikitike has been the one that has actually been unsung for them so far.
Yeah, Ugo Ekitike right there has been that player that has been on the lips of the Liverpool fans so far. And so far, so good for the young man. I think he has scored 2 goals or 3 goals.
I think he has about 3 or 4 good contributions for Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm talking about goals, not plus assists. So, 27 minutes in this one, Raya dropping into the middle, sending the ball back, and no one to connect. Ryan will grab this one for a throw-in to Liverpool. And one guy that you have to just talk about has to be Ryan. Ryan now not having that game time in Bayern Munich. Looks like he took the right decision joining Liverpool.
Yeah, and he didn't pay off the first season. I think even the second season.
In and out.
Yeah. So, but everything clicked last season. When they failed to pick up what's his name now, the guy now playing for Arsenal. the Spanish midfielder, talking about what is his name? Zubimendi. We know how Liverpool chased him all through the window, but they couldn't get him. But they had to stick with what they got, and I believe they have gotten Zubimendi. Probably wouldn't have known that Gravenberch would have been a main stake in this Liverpool midfield there, but. He has been very, very good for.
But they were also so lucky that he hardly goes out injured.
Yeah.
So Arsenal attacking down the left.
And a yellow card referee. I think we should be seeing the first yellow. Yeah.
I think Van Dijk. Okay,
I think he recently came back from suspension also. That was against Newcastle because he didn't play the first game of the season. I think he was red carded in the last game. That was last season. Yeah. So now he has picked up another booking, and he needs to be very careful in this game. And I like the run made there by the Arsenal player. Driving from defense into attacking them there, and Gravenberch couldn't keep up, but had to bring them down.
So free kick to Arsenal at the 29th minute, approaching the 40th minute of that encounter. Declan Rice will stand next to this one, and let's see if and only if Declan Rice can set it straight and went way over the bar. Maybe he thought it was going to be like Real Madrid.
That was over ambition.
Yeah. And joining us also is the Doc himself. Yeah, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Yemi. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, fans. And Arsenal, Liverpool, here we go for the season. This is going to be a cracker. I've been following this match while on the way to the studio, and I can assure you this has been something that both teams are cautious about approaching. I see so much caution in their approaches. They're keeping a balanced position in defense line. You can see Liverpool maintaining their back four very strongly. Arsenal maintaining that as well. And so unfortunate that Saliba had to leave so early in the game. I saw that, and I felt so bad for Arsenal with all the injury woes already facing them. Martin Odegaard out, Saka out, and Kai Havertz out, and now Saliba out. We just hope the young man is not out for long. But this promises to be a cracker. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, so glad to have you also. So half an hour mark in that one at the Anfield, and it's still 0-0. And yes, like I was talking to somebody, Doc, I was like, no, this game, to me, I think it has a draw written all over it.
Yeah, it looks like the draw is written, but, football is not that predictable, especially when you have both of them as hungry as possible to either win the title, retain it, or to win it for the first time in 21 years. For Arsenal, I think they are the hungrier of the two. If we want to face the fact that the hungrier of the two sides, but Liverpool has something to protect. They are leading in EPL right now with 21 trophies of the EPL record, 21 trophies. And as it is, they want to solidify their lead. They want to solidify their position as league leaders, and as well, they want to also make impact in Europe. And they know that the outcome of this game is going to do a lot of morale to their, evolving defense of the title. And they have this young man, Ogumoha, who has just come off the bench and performed a miracle in the last encounter. You want that kind of Liverpool that wants to keep encouraging those young people and perform. So Liverpool is not going to let it go easily. You can see from the number of tackles and infringements they've committed already that they are not willing to concede any goal in this game. But I think Arsenal is hungry. Unfortunately, the guys that usually fight for Arsenal are not here. But I think these ones have to, just man up and do something. Martinelli seems to be like the oldest in the front line now, leading the team. But Martinelli is not a very reliable player in that front line. For me, Madueke just came in, and you have the likes of Nwaneri behind him. So, well, as it is, Arsenal is hungry. Arsenal needs the win. But Liverpool is not going to let it go so easily.
What about you, Paul?
Yeah, I totally agree with what Doc just said. Now, you look at Martinelli is the oldest in that front line, and so far in this game, he has been the one playing like the newbie in this game. But looking at
Hello.
Of course.
Listen.
We saw he has been playing this game, but one thing about Martinelli is that he always shine against Liverpool. You can't take anything away from that. I think he has scored more goals and goal even contribution against Liverpool than against any other team. I believe that is one of the reasons why he's actually starting in this game. So and he talked about Liverpool, and Arsenal. Arsenal are hungry also, like he said, been a long time. Liverpool are the defending champion. They want to defend the title, and Arsenal wants to, win one. But it's not going to be an easy game. Oh, wow.
And there was a defensive error there, but
very,
Liverpool
very close.
couldn't pounce on it.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was a gift
That was very, very
from
close.
Raya.
And
Alright.
he's apologizing to the fans.
Yeah, and you need to thank the defense. Who made that block? Let me say again. I think
Oh,
that
it was a
Mendy.
foul.
Not Zubimendi, it was
Okay,
the
yeah.
goalkeeper.
Who
No,
made
it was
the
a foul.
block, I mean.
It was a foul. It was a foul on Zubi. Zubi was coming for the ball, but the Liverpool player pulled him down. They will have checked that from VAR if there was a goal.
Well, these days you don't know about what VAR will definitely, say.
we never
saw what
can tell.
happened with,
The doc,
Liverpool,
did you
Chelsea
see
yesterday?
the Chelsea form?
Chelsea
game?
Fulham.
Yes. Did you see the goal that was disallowed? You saw that stamp
Yes.
on Chalobah.
On Chalobah.
And Mr. Paul is here telling me that the referee was wrong disallowing the goal.
I'm not the one. The PGMO, the Referees Association, the VAR, the man in charge of the VAR was supposed to be in
Be
charge of
careful
this game.
before you
Yeah,
spread. Is
it's
it
not
confirmed?
it's confirmed. You can check it. He was suspended. Michael Salisbury was suspended for this game. They say it was wrong to have disallowed
that
the goal. I believe why they didn't mention the referee, because the referee is not going to take part of today's proceeding. That is why we didn't hear anything about the referee for now. I expect
Because you can't blame the VAR for calling the referee to go and check.
I think it's you are getting me wrong. The VAR actually called the referee. The referee already made his decision that it was a good. The referee
Didn't see
yes,
the tackle.
and it's still
And the VAR,
but the VAR
you need to
called him
understand
check
something. Let me explain something. VAR is not the referee. VAR is an assistant referee.
Part of the referee.
No. It's not the referee.
But
it's just like you, a lineman, blaming a lineman for errors going on in the game. Adibin, the VAR didn't call the referee to check. That's why you can suspend the VAR. The VAR is not the one that made the decision. That news, I doubt it. I doubt if it is real, because video is an assistant referee.
Well, it's not about
You call the
doubting.
referee.
It's about checking.
You have
It's
seen
real.
a lot of times that the VAR will call the referee to the pitch side monitor. Now, what gave birth to the idea of VAR? Referees keep saying they don't have an opportunity to have a replay, and the referee was called. Go and check this again. And you're telling me the referee? I don't know
Well,
the balloon source.
It's not about balloon
of that,
source. It's
because
everywhere. I think you are the only person
the-
that have not,
I'm not. It's not everywhere. It's on
it's
your own.
everywhere. It has been confirmed. You are talking about the VAR.
I don't know, Doc.
I'm explaining
Doc,
to you now.
He said it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Have you come across such news?
I have not been reading
So it's
such
not
news.
It's
and,
everywhere. You
I
just
don't-
I don't
confirm
have
it.
that
It's on BBC,
information.
It's on the English Premier League. I'm telling you that the assistant the VAR, the man in charge, has been suspended for this game. I've given his name, Michael Salisbury.
Well, the man in charge may have been suspended, whereas the final confirmation or the final decision lies on the referee. Even if VR says, look, there was a stamp and the referee didn't agree with the stamp, the referee may decide to go over the VR and take his decision. But if the referee consider with the VR, it means they have a superior opinion position to him.
What I'm trying to say is that I understand that the referee too might be getting some stick, but for the meantime, the referee is not going to take any part in today's game. So that is why probably his own.
Okay, was the VR man supposed to be?
He's supposed to be in charge of this game.
Oh, okay.
So that is why he has been suspended. So, and I believe before the season starts, before the next games, definitely the referee also will have his own day.
Because I actually read that the referee that officiated the match between Barcelona and The last match they played against Levante. That last match against Levante has been suspended for blowing or giving that penalty call against Barcelona. Well, actually already. So that could be like an immediate judgment, for that particular referee being suspended for taking that penalty call against Barcelona when Balde received the ball to hand in the penalty area. And the reason for that was that we know it's wrong to call for penalty or a foul when it's ball to hand and the player's hand was in a natural position. It was even on his body. It wasn't outstretched. The hand was on his body and they still called for a penalty against Barca, and they still went to check VAR and still insisted on penalty against Barca. I understand there's a suspension on the officials of that match, particularly the referee who took that decision. However, I've not come across an official information concerning that of the Chelsea match. Oh my God, that was a beautiful shot. Oh Lord, I was.
Corner kick or what? Is there handball there? Just hold on, make Mereno.
That was a big attack from Arsenal there. Yeah. It should have culminated into a goal. Let's get some action in this game. But even if it was his hand, it was ball to hand. No. It wouldn't be a foul. Because Van Dijk had his hand on his body. He wasn't stretched out at all. So that might just be a false call. False alarm from Marino and the rest of them. They're looking for every bit of straw to grab, anything to grab at all to get ahead of this game. They need a win. They need to prove to somebody, to some people, to some fans and viewers all over the world that they can win the trophy. Arsenal has not held this trophy for 21 years. And it's another campaign, and of course it wasn't going to the post at all. Wow. It was even closer to the corner flag than it was to the goal post. That was a poor header. It was well contested in there. That was the man Calafiori who has been scoring. He scored one goal already in this campaign. One beautiful, important goal in Arsenal's campaign.
I think the big mall. Their decision was that the time, so it was not as if it was not a foul. They decided that the time, there's an allocated time after the ball has been in play that VAR can intervene. So I think the reason was the time, not that the tackle was
if the reason was the time, what was the reason why they said it is for disallowing the goal? That is what was saying. Even though it's 1 minute or but
I need to explain it to you. I think it's about 30 seconds, like 30 seconds or few minutes that an incident would have happened before you can recall and it leads to goal or maybe to a red card, that you can recall VAR to come into play. If it's past that stipulated time, the game should go on. And I think that was what but let's see.
No, but nobody will suspend the referee for that. They will possibly just give him a warning.
Suspend the VAR for that, because the VAR didn't make the decision. He only called the referee, and the referee saw the stamp, and that was a serious stamp. You can't do that leading to go and you leave it. That means that an unjust law is no law. So game on, 42nd minute at the Anfield, and yes, it's still Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0 in this one. 42nd minute of that encounter. Mohamed Salah brought down, and you see that I think Salah could have done better.
I think he was looking for the foul because he wasn't looking at the ball. He was looking at the player himself.
Yeah, it was. He actually.
I think the game is becoming physical now.
Yeah, there will be tension.
No, but the game will be physical. This game is going to be I win it or you win it. But if
It's going to be physical.
anyone scores first, it will open up the game. If Arsenal scores first, Liverpool will make more advances at scoring back. But should Liverpool score first, it will be a problem because Arsenal has been attacking all along. And if you look at the attacks now, it's been on like ratio 7-2. Arsenal versus Liverpool in form of big attacks coming forward now. But as it is, if Arsenal doesn't get a goal and Liverpool should get one first, Arsenal will be on the back foot for that, especially with their top strike leaders, all the top goal scorers not on the field. Okay, Havertz is not there. Bukayo Saka is not on the field. And their most active midfielder, Martin Odegaard, not here too as well. And who is the captain of the side as well. It's a lot of minus for us now, considering those huge figures that are not on the field. The attack is more like learning in this game. But we've seen the prowess of Madueke so far. Madueke has taken about 2-3 beautiful shots in attack since this game started. And I like that. I like the spirit. I like the desire for Madueke to step up and do something. And which we believe something should come out of. I don't think this is a 0-0 match. It might go in form of 1-1 or 2-2 or something, but 0-0, I doubt it.
Well, you heard the doc. He said he doubts if there won't be a goal in this encounter. So Liverpool attack down the left right there, 40-50 minutes on the dot, and let's see how many additional time minutes. And Ekitike, though that's Ekitike tries to pick the run of his teammate, but they couldn't meet up. And yes, Madueke running down the right with the ball. Can he do something special with the ball? It drops. And it's so funny that Gakares has been Apollo has been quiet this game so far.
They've not been able to find him with one of those passes. The person that could have done that was supposed to be Martinelli in the first 10 minutes of this game, but he has refused to do that. And so far, though he has been running around, applying the pressure against the Liverpool defense there, but they've not been able to find him with the ball. And I just hope once they can get him on the ball, and he will definitely get those goals for us.
Well, will he get those goals? Time is actually running out. So 1 minute additional time already in that 1 minute at the end of the first half, and it looks like it will be heading to halftime 0-0 as it stands.
Well, the halftime may just go that way, but the second half should bring in some more quality, some more fire, some more feistiness. Just as I said, everybody is being careful. And you can see Liverpool pumping up their defense. Each time Arsenal is attacking, you see up to 6 shots in the box 18 of Liverpool. They are not going to give this away very easily. The back four is always in the 18, always in the 18. They're not moving anywhere. Look at them. And there's another front three right in front of those back four. So you have 7 that are constantly defending in the half of Liverpool. They don't even move forward into the other half. And the game has been blown for halftime right now. I think it is time for the coaches to talk to their people right now.
So halftime it is at the Anfield 0-0 as it stands right there. And these two teams have been have won their first 2 games of the season, and yes, it looks like one of them, that winning streak, will end today. But which one will it be? Is it going to be the 2 of them? Only time will tell. Maybe the unbeaten one will continue, like Chelsea is also still unbeaten this season. And let's see if these 2 teams will continue to be unbeaten after match day 3. So after it is so far, Arsenal has had some couple of good chances, but yes, they've not really converted them at the end of the day. And yes, Chelsea fans, the doc, straight to you, Chelsea fans, I know many of them will be praying that the game ends like this, so that they can be on top of the table.
In fact, on my way here, I met one Chelsea fan on the way who was praying. He actually echoed his prayer out. I said, I think Arsenal will win this. And he says, no, it's better they play draw. It gives us an advantage as Chelsea fans to continue to maintain the league table top. And I just smiled. I said, oh, okay, so you are looking at maintaining your position on the log. However, Arsenal is looking at getting back on the top of the log. Should Arsenal win this, they go back to the top. Play the draw, they will remain where they are. And possibly number 2 or 3. That will be 4 points in 2 games. How many points? Arsenal has got 6 points
7
already.
points.
That will be 7 points in 3 games for Arsenal.
And for Liverpool too,
and,
it will be 7 points.
And Chelsea is also on 7 points.
Yeah.
So it's going to come down to goal difference. So, but should Arsenal win, they go top. Liverpool will not go top, or will they go top?
Will be third
So
if they lose.
they will
If
go
Liverpool wins, Liverpool
they'll
go top
third.
too.
So, but as it is, I think Arsenal, with the kind of approach they made in this game, they're taking 6 beautiful shots, and 1 of them have gone on target, and 5 have been wayward. Some of them were not wayward; they were pretty close to the goal post. The statistics won't show that. And then they take 2 from Liverpool only. Arsenal has had the better of possession in this game so far. 51% for Arsenal, 49% for Liverpool. And looking at fouls, Arsenal has committed 5, while Liverpool has committed 4 fouls in the game already. Liverpool has a lone yellow card so far in the game. I think so far the game is balanced. If you look at possession, or if you look at attack, Arsenal has been a little bit more aggressive in attack, a little bit hungrier, and I think Liverpool has been a bit more conservative than Arsenal in this game so far. So far, so good. I think it's been a cracker. It's been interesting. If you're watching this game from a standpoint of a neutral person, you will enjoy the game. If you've been watching as an Arsenal fan, I'm sorry for you. You'll have been doing Osh and Ash all the way. Will have been the noise from your end. You know, just wishing that ball could just cross in and go in, especially the kind of saves and those headers that were made close to the end of the half. You know how Paulo was jumping over here. You know, those 2 shots that were blocked. He was even hoping one of them was going to be delivered as a penalty advantage for Arsenal. But we knew even if it was a shot to his hand, it was a ball to hand. We won't have that kind of referee that happened against Barca versus Levante happen here. We don't expect that in Premiership. That was a totally obscure refereeing, which should not be permitted in 2025. So far for me, it's been a good game. It's been interesting. And I think we're looking forward to a beautiful second half.
And Paulo, your thought on the first half, starting with the first 10 minutes of the game, and what happened after?
Yeah, before I come to that, I think there's a news just coming in now that the Manchester City news signed Ryan Cherky.
They're out for
been
2 months.
For 2 months. And, you know, looking at it, it's like injuries are beginning to, come up now. And back on your question, and the first 10 minutes, I think Liverpool, were trying to rush us now, and it took us now time for us to get into the game. And after that, I think we controlled this game. We, to me, although it's still goalless, I think we are the better side so far. Though we've had some chances, but we couldn't take it. I think we only have 1 shot on target, and so far we've limited Liverpool to, I think, 0 shot on target, and just, I think, 1 shot in the first 2 shots rather at Anfield. It's very rare you limiting this Liverpool to 2 shots in the whole of 45 minutes at Anfield. But overall, I think Arsenal, we need to do better. We were talking about Victor Gyökeres, and he has not been put on board. Getting those services at all in this game, and you saw Martinelli has been very, very wasteful. I think our front line there, I think kudos to Madueke. He has been taking on Kekes in this game, and to be honest, our defense have been very, very solid. After the first 5 minutes, what's his name? Saliba went out, and we brought out I would say an inexperienced player rather, talking about Mosquera. But so far, the defense have been well coordinated, and overall, I think Arsenal have been a little bit better rather in this game compared to Liverpool.
And looking at Liverpool not having a shot on target at this time of the game, the Doc Can we relate that to maybe because there's nobody to fill in the shoes Luis Diaz has left?
No, Luis Diaz, obviously, Luis Diaz is a very big loss for Liverpool at this point in time. I don't think they made a good replacement for Luis Diaz at the end of an slot in that particular team. They haven't put in a good replacement for Luis Diaz. And then Ekitike, who is playing the top man, he's not even getting the feed. Nobody's taking the ball to the flanks. Salah could not be seen in this game. I think Gabriel just kept Salah to himself. He possibly married her. They married him. They signed the contracts maybe before the game, and he has made sure that Salah remains silent in this game. And Salah has not been performing. And who's going to take the ball forward? Except Gravenberch at the center, and then you're looking at, oh my God, what a wayward free kick from Arsenal there. And looking at the review of the first half, Arsenal made a lot of attempts, but so many of them were not going close to the goalpost. Liverpool is, as I observed, they're playing a lot more conservative against Arsenal. In their last 6 encounters against Arsenal, Liverpool has lost twice and played 4 draws. They have not won Arsenal in 6 encounters. They don't want to lose here at Anfield. So
right.
the first thing an Slot wants to do is, first of all, pack the post, defend the goal, don't let them score, and then let's leave Salah to try and roam in front, possibly get something with a ticket right there, which almost happened here when the gift was made from Raya and he gave the ball away, and Tickete has a chance to take a shot, but he wasn't well directed or blocked.
Looking at this, we've seen that Arsenal has controlled most of the game, and which has been obvious. We've talked about the dominance. The stats says a lot about it too. But who can we say is the most influential player on the field of play in the first half, weighing up Liverpool, Arsenal together? Starting with you.
I think if you look at the most influential players on the field here,
just one.
Oh, well, I will look towards Arsenal for that, and I'm going to look at Noni Madueke. He seems to have been the most impactful player in this game so far. He's received quite a number of balls. He had made quite a number of runs into the dangerous point of Liverpool, and he has personally delivered assists that were not converted. I mean, passes, final balls that were not well taken in that area. So Noni Madueke for me is the person. Zubi will have been the person, but he's not doing that role as much as Thomas Partey was doing it at the time. But for me, Noni Madueke has done quite a number of attacks, and he's also good at the press. When the opponents are with the ball, he gets in the sliders, he gets in the press. He's always there to challenge Liverpool players from moving forward. He keeps them. Personally, Noni has done a lot. He's taking shots, he's taking runs, he's putting some crosses, even crossing with his right leg, has been something he has done. So for me, that's Noni Madueke in that encounter. That's the person I have with the most impact on the game so far. I actually think Zubi Mendy couldn't do much without the likes of Martin Odegaard so far. If Martin Odegaard was in the game, he would have been able to push more forward, more performances than it is happening, because Odegaard is somebody we know likes to run at the defense. Odegaard likes to put pressure on the opponent, and he does a lot of that, and that proves effective, because by the time it takes 1 or 2 people away in blocking him or stopping him from approaching the goalpost, then he can release the ball for somebody else who would then make the impact that is necessary to attack the opponent. So in the midfield battle here, I think Arsenal has controlled the midfield better in this game. If you're looking at midfield battle in this game, Liverpool, as much as possible, have only tried to maintain position. They've only tried to contain Arsenal players from moving forward, from attacking, while Arsenal have been the ones dictating pace in the midfield of this game so far. Which key players do we have here? Key players. Paulo, do you think which key players do you think have been most influential so far? Has been and which ones have been underwhelming? We have looked at those ones who have been most influential. How about underwhelming for you in this game?
Yeah, I think Martinelli has been very, very disappointing. If there's any word I will use below, apart from underwhelming, that is more degrading than underwhelming so far, I think I will use that word. But to me, Martinelli has been very, very disappointing. And I think based on what I've seen in this first half, if I'm Mikel Arteta, I won't allow him come into the game in this at halftime. We just saw him from the changing room there. He has been very, very disappointing in this game. Aside from that, every other Arsenal player, I think they've been a little bit, they've been fear.
How about on the Liverpool side? Underwhelming. We're looking at underwhelming.
Underwhelming here. For Liverpool, I think a lot of the players have not really. I think I'll go to the record signing from this because so far he hasn't made any impact in this game. I don't think he has. I can't even remember the number of times he has touched the ball. He has lost possessions the few times he had the ball, and he hasn't been himself. Even Mo Salah, by his standard so far in this game, I think he dropped the likes of McAllister also. I think for me, the person that I've seen more for this Liverpool is none other than Cody Gakpo, who has been, trying, but so far I think he's having a battle with his countryman. Talking about Uren Timber, who has been giving him run for money. But coming back now on the brighter side for Arsenal, I think to me, apart from Madueke, Zubimendi has been very, very impressive for Arsenal, because you look at Arsenal's midfield in this game. So far, the midfield in this game, I think we despite we playing three players that are more or less like defensive midfielder in the game, we've been able to take the midfield and control the game. We've had more passes in the final third, that is in the Liverpool half of the field. That's to tell you that our midfield are actually dominating there. So I would tip Zubimendi, one of the so far in this game.
Looking at it, the first half is up, and for the second half, looking at the shape, the dog, what do you expect Arteta to be telling his boys?
Okay, so Arteta has to do more talk than ever before. Arteta, this is the time Arteta has to play the card of a psychologist on the players. He needs to work on their psyche to actually drive more, because you can't win if you don't keep driving. Okay, yes, Noni Madueke has been outstanding in driving. Of course, we know as much as Calafori wants to move forward, he had to balance the defense as well, which has kept him back most of the time. With the likes of Martinelli in front, who should be doing better? Martinelli takes wrong decisions a lot. He has attempted, he has got to a place where he should actually score play, and he lost the ball right there because he didn't take the decision early enough. Martinelli should be told what to do more, and before he's taken out,
decision making for Martinelli will be a big thing for us now in the second half.
Well, as he is a player that they have, and he's not a totally bad player. You said it earlier, he has scored against Liverpool a lot, so the coach might want to retain him for a few more minutes, but he will have to talk to him that he needs to quickly release the ball, and he needs to understand that the defenders are not going to watch him run at them as it is. So for Arteta, he's going to do a lot more of motivational talk and let them understand that Arsenal needs the goals as much as they need to defend. That's it for me from Arteta.
Polo, for Arne Slot, what do you think he should be communicating to his boys second half? What do you think they need to do better?
Well, I think he should be telling his boys. Looking at this first half, they've been very, very disappointing, and he needs to tell them, because they allow us now to dominate them, and try and push up, because the press from Liverpool is not even there. And we see us now have been pressing them with the like of Madueke and the striker, talking about Victor Yokora is there. So they need to push up at least, not going back all the time, and needs to talk to some players to step up there. The likes of
and who do you think Arsenal should be bringing on to change the direction of the game?
Right, I think
in their favor.
First of all, Mikel Arteta, I haven't seen the way the first half gone. I think he'll be in the dressing room, be telling the boys, you have this game, you can take it, and I believe it's soon one or two areas that we were lacking in this game. So the likes of what's his name, Eze, and probably the captain himself, Martin Odegaard, could come on in the second half, removing Moreno and Martinelli. Because what I'm complaining about Martinelli is that you are playing against a midfielder playing as a right back, and you couldn't take him on. Bring on Eze. Let him face him, and we know Eze is a very tricky player.
So for you, it's for us now to bring on Eze.
Bring on Eze, yeah.
The Doc, who do you think Liverpool should be introducing for the second half that can change things?
Let's take a look at the Liverpool bench, and let's look at the quality they have in there. Just a second. We'll have Liverpool having this gentleman on the bench: Gomez, Endo, Bradley, Chiesa, Jones, Elliott. I think Elliott can get a place in the midfield. They need some new blood in there. Robertson is on the bench as well as Ngomoya. Liverpool may not want to have Ngomoya come on early into the game. It should be like a 70th minute player or something. But that is a young man that can make a lot of impact in the game. Chiesa should soon be introduced into the game. Chiesa can add a lot to the game of this particular game, because the midfielders are a little bit flat-footed as it is right now. Gravenberch is already on yellow card, and we know Gravenberch cannot afford to be on yellow card. He's a pivot and a defensive midfielder who should go down and do sliding tackles, but with a yellow card on, he will have to be careful about his sliding tackle, so he may be taken off soon, and let's have another holding midfielder or defensive midfielder that can play that role. I think Elliott can do that, and Chiesa can also support the attack. So right now as it is, I don't think Liverpool is going to change anything for the next 15 minutes, because the boys seem to be playing to plan. They're not meant to be so aggressive. They're meant to be protective. That's the kind of pattern they're playing in this game.
Yeah, so game on in that encounter, 47 minutes it is at the Anfield. It's going to be a goal kick, long one played forward by Virgil van Dijk. Long one into the box. And yes, possession now in contention. So it's been a balanced game so far. Yeah, though Arsenal has been the better side so far. And yes. It looks like they might still be the one dominant in this game, but Liverpool attacking via Cody Gakpo with the ball right now at the edge of the box. Returns it back to Konate. Konate, the French international, will find Zoboslai, the guy deputizing on the right back for Frimpong, who has been out injured right there. So foul against Declan Rice. Liverpool will start playing this one. And yes, the fans will always want to sing They Are Not Walking Alone, but it looks like today, so far, they have not brought their A game into the picture. And so far, they've been walking alone. Maybe at the end of the day, they will have a reason to smile. So, goal kick to Arsenal at the 48th minute, approaching the 49th minute of the game. Now, Paulo, so far, Arsenal, no changes. Liverpool, no changes. What are your expectations for the second half?
Well, I expect both managers trying to see the first 5-10 minutes of the game and see before they could make changes. But I believe both managers have talked to their players, and telling them the areas they've been lacking and what to do. So let's see the next 5-10 minutes how it goes.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Ekitike with the ball in the box. Oh, he tries to drop it for the run on Musala, but it was blocked right there. Still Ekitike back in possession right there. And, the lineman said that's an infringement against Calafiori right there. So free kick to Arsenal it is at the 49th approaching the 50th minute of that encounter. Liverpool 0-0 and Calafiori right there. Correctly, fully so, winning that possession for Arsenal. And a quick update: Monaco leading Strasbourg 2-0 at the 59th minute of that encounter, and Lavre also leading 2-1 against Nice, and Dortmund also second half just starting, leading 1-0 against Union Berlin. Also, Genoa Juventus 0-0 it is at this point in time. And Torino Fiorentina also 0-0. And it's going to be a long evening of football right here. So, the dog. Now, we've seen 5 minutes of this encounter in the second half. Are we, maybe, can you say there has been a change so far?
Of course, this game has been more of a midfield play than it is of an aggressive football. And you can see the packing up as it was in the first half. Liverpool has made one or two attempts, and so has Arsenal. But as it is, none of them has recorded a goal nor a shot at goal. The keeper has not been called to action at all. The keepers have not, on either side, been called to action in this last 5 minutes. You could see the kind of respect going on the field. The players actually respect each other. The sides are being careful. And that's what I mean by the respect. Nobody wants to concede foolishly to the other one. You want to maintain your position even if I don't score, but I want to make sure they don't score us or the error is not coming from us. And you can see Gyökeres attacking Liverpool from that side. Konate just subdued him, and the ball goes out into touch for a corner throw for Arsenal. So Arsenal is still on the driving seat as it is. And I think if there's any goal should come now, Arsenal is looking more likely like scoring than Liverpool.
Yeah, Arsenal looking like, they want to get one over Liverpool right there. Also, Izzy Akma, 90 plus minutes, leading 1-0 against Breda. Knock Breda, who is a man down already. And yes, Arsenal back in possession. And you have to give it to Berta. These kinds of injuries Arsenal have at the point in, I think last season or 2 seasons ago, it would have proved to be a G3 thing for the Arsenal team. But look at the substitution have come in, and they have settled in very well.
Yeah, Beta has made quite some improvement in the deepening the Arsenal squad, because we've always known Arsenal's problem has been depth. Squad depth has been poor, pretty shallow, and when the main man is out, there had been no quality replacement for them. But as it is now, just as we can see, the Arsenal bench is pretty rich. And Martin Odegaard is even on the bench, so is actually available for selection. He may come in and play some part of the game at a point in time. And we have Eze there also. And we still have other players who are potentials. And we know Arsenal has just bought a new winger or a new left back too, Hincapi, however they say that name.
Left centre back.
Is left centre back or even left back, left wing back. Is a versatile player on the left side, and that's an addition. So immediately Saliba went out. It would have been terrible if Arsenal has not deepened the squad. But look at the way they just replaced Saliba, and nothing has changed. Even with Saliba out, as qualitative as Saliba is in the game, to the team of Arsenal, nothing has changed. The defense has not been weakened at all, and that's what it means to have a good squad depth. And I think that's one of the things we should credit Better for coming into Arsenal to do.
And Apollo, straight to you. Arsenal has added to their numbers, and the squad depth has improved. So, what will be your demand of Arteta that the board should be demanding of him?
And there's a big chance for us for Arsenal here. Madwiki. No. No. Why is Martinelli raising his hand there? You've been the one that is poor, but that's another chance for Madrid. He could have taken the shot once there, or releasing the ball. Though the striker is still at the back there, but he won a corner kick there. Well, back to your question, I think they backed Mikel Arteta this time around. He has gotten players he wants. It's for him now to go and cross the finish line and getting Arsenal the league in this game.
Well, corner kick to Arsenal. Corner kick FC have a corner kick to take at this point.
If I'm to be part of that last question, I don't think Ateta is going to have any excuse
Yeah.
not to perform this season because
Is
he
it
has
to perform or to win trophy?
that is performing.
Because
So
he
he,
can
he,
perform
he
or
will
not.
he will now have no excuse not to perform and give them what they want of him. Except what they want of him is not the trophy of EPL, but he doesn't have any excuse. They have players. They have spent a lot. They were very active in the market, and salary, wage bills have gone up heavily on the club. Overhead is going to come to a lot for them as against what it used to be. So Ateta has no excuse at all to give them deliverables this season, if you ask me.
So, Arteta has no excuse, according to the dog, if he doesn't win any of the major trophies this season. Alisson will send that one forward straight to Cody Gakpo, but there he couldn't keep that one in play. And it's going to be a throw-in to Arsenal.
We saw how Brighton humiliated the big city
That's not
recently.
humiliation. They
What
lost.
is it?
That's not an humiliation. It's just 2-1.
Yeah.
You're making it sound like a 7-0.
That's their second loss in a row. That's their second loss in a row at the
Yeah.
beginning of the season.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that Brighton just did that to them. Brighton is not on the level of on the level of City, so it's a humiliation when a smaller crowd defeats you. It's just like Man U losing to Grimsby.
that one is more than him.
Grimsby Town the other day, but that you could see Man U coming to a fight that ended in a penalty, but they lost to Grimsby. And I use the word humiliation because one would not expect City to lose that match after a loss of a very important loss last week.
And they were leading the first half also.
They scored first, 34 minutes. Salah put a goal in and they couldn't defend. They couldn't get another goal. So for me, for Brighton to come back and then lead and win that game is a shame.
Salah with the ball in the box right there. What can you do with it? Cuts back, still keeps possession. Tries to turn right, left, and cross into the box, but headed out by the Arsenal player. And the referee said that's an infringement on Martinelli.
And that's a good one for Martinelli to return for defense work. The beautiful one.
Yeah, and I think it's high time Arteta needs to make changes in this game. You have Trossard also that can also come. If you don't want to bring in, Easy, bring on Trossard and let Martinelli off, and let Trossard take on the player there. And I believe with Trossard, you will definitely find one or two passes for Victor Gyökeres. Because so far Martinelli is not doing that. Though Martinelli has been coming back to track back California there, who I think has been very decent in this game, holding Musala so far in this game.
So long ball forward from Raya. And Nani with a big chance. Oh, Alisson had to react.
And the ball was taken from his leg, right from his leg.
Yeah, how did he even get there? Looking at in the midst of two Liverpool defenders there, Ooh.
They got the ball off Van Dijk.
Yeah.
The big Van Dijk.
Probably I don't know what it was. I don't what Van Dijk was thinking. They're allowing Madueke to control that ball from there, and thanks to Alisson Becker who quickly come out to rescue them. That could have been a go for Madueke in this game.
So Madueke couldn't get that one across the goal line for Arsenal. So it's still 0-0.
Well, you could see that Arsenal keeps knocking, Arsenal keeps challenging, Arsenal keeps going into every tackle, trying to get something in this
But
game.
one thing that you can agree with me is so far Arsenal has not really had a clear-cut chance.
You don't need all clear-cut chances, you just need one chance. Half, quarter, any chance at all, just put the ball in the net. Okay, if Nani had taken that shot, it would have been a goal. And it wasn't a clear-cut chance, but he struggled with the ball, collected it from between the great Van Dijk and his right back. Both of them were there, but he picked the ball. It was just for the instinct of Alisson that went in there and picked the ball off him. Otherwise, they will be celebrating right now.
Yeah, they would have been celebrating, but yeah, if only wishes were horses. And yes, in the game of football, you have to put it past the goal line to count it as a goal right there. So, if only Arsenal would have won, defeated Barcelona in that 2006 final, they would have won the Champions League. But it didn't go that way. Sorry to Arsenal fans right there. So, 1 hour football played already at the Anfield. Yes, yes, yes. They say they never walk alone. Now they are beginning to look like they walk alone today. But Zobozo gets the ball in a dangerous area. Finds a Kitike straight to Cody Gakpo, who drop it off for McAllister. Said a pass and Florian Wirtz. Oh, and it's a goal. But I think that would be an offside or something.
Might be a foul.
An
offside.
Yeah.
Hey,
but the one time Arsenal
went for that ball with everything he had.
I think the VAR will check. We will definitely check.
Of course,
but
we
the
expect
Iceman,
them to check.
Instantly raising up the flag.
But that's the closest thing
Look
to
at
a
that
goal.
control. Yeah, it's
Okay,
offside.
it's clearly offside.
It's clearly offside. It's clearly offside. It was the decision was on point.
It's clearly offside.
It was on point.
Sorry, Liverpool.
Sorry.
It's
So,
not happening
free kick
yet.
it will be to Arsenal, 61st minute of this one. Arsenal just survived a scare. And that attempt from Florian Wirtz could have gone straight into the back of the net.
Yeah, I think the VAR actually,
Look
still
at that
looking at it.
attempt.
Beautiful shot, but for the prowess of Raya, who fumbled the ball. Yeah, so we see the first change. McAllister will leave for
Jones. Jones,
Okay.
right there. Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones.
Yeah, so-
Comes in for McAllister.
And so Liverpool with the first, second half substitution right there.
I think Arsenal will make a change very
So let's
soon.
see how Arsenal will respond also from the bench. A long ball forward by David Raya for the run of Gyökeres, and Gyökeres still with the ball.
And he's lost it.
He didn't even really control it. He lost possession. So, game on in that one, 62nd minute it is. And the ball back to David Raya as it stands. So it's 0-0 at the Anfield Stadium. Nothing to really serve as a goal in this one so far. The KG affair, both teams don't want to lose at the end of the day. And if they don't want to lose at the dock, who can blame them?
Yeah, both teams are contending for titles. You can remember the last season ended with both of them playing 1 and 2 as it is at the end of the league. This is a chance for Arsenal, but it was the wrong person that was in front of the ball. A shot was taken, but pretty deflected by Konate for a corner kick. That was a good chance. Arsenal could have got something from there, but Lafuri did not. It wasn't his right leg. And somebody was actually putting pressure on him before he took that shot.
Is that the hand?
It doesn't matter now.
It matter. We saw hold on.
hand was
Against
actually
Everton.
body.
Everton. I'm trying to remember. Everton first game. Is it Tarkowski? The penalty that was blown against him.
Everton versus who?
I'm trying to remember. The Everton first game. They lost that game. I think against should be. I'm trying to remember who they played. They gave a penalty against Tarkowski. His hand was on his body, but they said he moved like this, and the ball hit his hand there. Despite the hand being on the ball, and they gave a penalty.
And that's the double
The
standard
hand
we
can
say.
be on the
That's the
body while
double
the
standard
No,
we stay
it was
on
complete.
about VR.
And
Let's say
Konate
something.
taken,
That's it.
headed out, follow-up shot by Noni Madueke.
That
Went
Madueke,
way
no,
off
Madueke.
target. I think
Should
there was
have
a
done better
collision
there.
right there.
Should have done better there.
I think the whistle have gone already, sir. So.
The whistle hadn't gone. No. It will have been a goal.
Wow.
Kwa. That's Calafori, right?
Yeah.
And Konate.
Konate.
He nodded Konate's head from behind.
And one thing about we keep on talking about Arsenal corner kicks, and one thing I've seen with Arsenal corner in today's game is that most of the corners we've had has come from that Bukayo Saka's side there. Where Declan Rice usually take from his own. we've not had any corner from there, and he has been having issue, with those corners from the right-hand side of, the attack for Arsenal.
And that's because the Arsenal winger has not been creating. The winger there for Arsenal should be Martinelli. He has not been creating chances. Chances have been coming from Noni Madueke. That's why you keep getting corner kicks from the other side.
And funny enough, at the death of that one, 3rd minute of additional time, Celta Vigo came back against Villarreal. So now it's 1-1 in that one. Also, Monaco that took a 2-goal lead. Strasbourg has been awarded a penalty at the 74th minute after pulling one back. So it's 2-1 and a penalty to Strasbourg at this time in that one. So look at the confirmation ball possession. Oh, the difference is clear. Some will say like this popular green drink, and but yeah, the difference is still the same so far in this game because they are yet to get past.
Raya is just on point in this game.
Keeper.
Beautiful instinct. Even with deflections, he still picks the ball. It's just so on point.
That could have, gone other way. And I think we are beginning.
Salah.
And I think we are beginning to open up, a little bit in this last 10 minutes of this game for Liverpool. Arteta needs to make a change.
I think Keres is going to be on the referee's card right now. He gets himself a yellow card by stepping on Van Dijk's ankle. Right in front of the referee. The official saw it.
Maybe it's just football is a contact game. Maybe it's just the contact.
That's not a contact game. He stepped on his ankle. Had an advantage. It was a bad tackle. That's why he was booked.
So Strasbourg converted that penalty, and it is Monaco 2, Strasbourg 2 at the 76th minute of that one. Football indeed is filled with surprises.
Absolutely.
Right here. So Mosquera with the ball back to Anfield. And long pass forward for Gyökeres to chase. And still facing Konate. And Konate is making life so difficult for Gyökeres today.
I'm sure Gyökeres is being baptized by fire into Premiership.
Yeah.
This is not Portuguese league. This one is English league. And the defenders here are not smiling at you at all. You have Van Dijk there, you have Konate there. Both of them are not going to be smiling with you. And the guy is experiencing fire. Whoops. Wow. Raya is just my man in this game. David Raya is doing so well. Even with all the antics of Mohamed Salah. Calafiori is doing a good job here too, but Raya is it for me. The table seems to be turning around against Arsenal. In the last few minutes, we can see Liverpool doing more of the attacking than Arsenal. Mo Salah has made more. Hey! Oh my God. Salah has made more attempts into the
I don't
team.
know why Arteta has refused to make a substitution in
That
this
change should have been made.
Yeah.
Martinelli is not making any impact in this game. And the midfield has become very dull because there's nobody to serve. You serve Martinelli and he loses the ball almost immediately. I think Noni is getting tired. He's not fighting as much as he used to. And Gyökeres is already on the card. Ebereze is warming up. Congratulations, Arsenal. Ebereze is dressing up, and Martin Odegaard is dressing up too. Beautiful. Those are very important changes that can make a difference in a game like this. And the impetus they're going to give other players, the psychology, the mentality, is going to go a long way to tell of what the outcome of this game may be at the end of the day. So let's look forward to having Ebereze coming by the 70th minute mark, and possibly Martin Odegaard together with him. A double substitution warming up for Arsenal. So Gunners and David Raya will step up. That will have been a good chance for Kitike to get something.
A good reaction from David Raya, the Spanish goalkeeper. Playing it straight for Arsenal Football Club. Yes, we mostly know the meaning of Arsenal, but I don't think they have enough bullets in their, or maybe weapon in their arsenal to actually do the needful, win the Champions League that they've never won in their existence. So Odegaard and Eze, Eberechi Eze, the Nigerian descent who plays the straight for national team trade for the Three Lions, the English national team. So Martinelli is been withdrawn for Odegaard, while Merino is being withdrawn for Eberechi Eze. So it looks like Eze is going to be playing the left hand side of the attack,
Yeah.
while Odegaard comes into the middle.
Yeah, and that was what I was expecting. If actually you are not going to play my Odegaard, then play Eze as the number 10, then allow Leandro Trossard to play from the wing there. But let's see how easy take on the Liverpool right back now.
So it's game on in that one. Timbers touched it down for Declan Rice, who will pick Odegaard.
Odegaard almost gave that away to Liverpool, and a very dangerous position.
It's like I don't know. Yeah, maybe to me the game, we are not seeing the fireworks as much as we thought it would be.
Yes, that's because they are both cautious. The two sides are very cautious.
Too careful.
Yes, they're very respectful.
One of the reasons why I actually like watching Barcelona games sometimes is the fact that they take the game to the opponent.
Yeah, they take
But
more risk.
at the same time, it depends your position. You have to be very careful. I understand. We are expecting a very different game by now. Nobody would have predicted that as at this time we will still be having a goalless, game. Because if you look at the previous matches between Arsenal and Liverpool, it's always, I don't think I've watched, Arsenal and Liverpool playing as at this time at Anfield, having nobody scored.
Do you know that I actually told somebody less than 3 hours or 4 hours ago that this game,
Liverpool's first corner kick. What would they do? Van Dijk runs in. Oh no, it was nodded out.
and I told the person
That was Gabriel.
that this game, I see it as a low scoring game and most likely a draw. And 70 something minutes we are yet to see it.
The game is not over.
Yeah, it's not over, but I doubt if there will be maybe 3 goals or more in this.
Maybe not 3 goals,
That's
but
what I'm saying. There will
there
be
could be 2 goals. Yeah, low scoring, yes.
1 or 2. Low, very low today. 73rd minute, long ball forward. Florian Wirtz will cut back this one, and he drops it. Oh, look at Salah shoots, but his shot was blocked.
And
Ryan with the ball, across into the box. Oh, that's another corner.
Why did he touch the ball? Why did Timber touch
He
the
didn't
ball?
see his back,
and I don't think the communication
and
was
it's
there.
better to.
He was busy
I'm
throwing
looking
his
at this
hand up
opportunity for Liverpool.
for-
Why he didn't release the pass on time there?
He was busy throwing his hand up for an offside when he should have been defending. I think that was so unprofessional of Timber there. He almost cost the team a very costly one, a goal.
So corner kick to Liverpool.
Second
corner
kick to
in
Liverpool.
succession. Right here.
In 2
73rd
minutes. In 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Second
yeah.
corner kick against 7 Arsenal corner kicks. And pushed out.
Can we say the substitution is beginning to make sense? The substitution.
Oh my god, oh my god, that looks like one. Oh no, deflected, saved, and pushed out.
Polo, can we say Liverpool's substitution is beginning to pave way for this response, and they are looking the more dangerous side this time?
Well, they've made only one substitution, and I think the reason is that the Arsenal players are they are falling back, and they are not tracking back. Even when they go forward, they are not tracking back on time like the way they were doing in the first half. The press is not there, and they are allowing the Liverpool to take control of the game now. So, but they need to make sure they they quickly get into positions and not allow Liverpool, because in the last 10 minutes now, I think Liverpool have been creating chances that they could have used on a normal day. If it were to be maybe one of the smaller things, they could have punished those teams with those chances. So Arsenal needs to get their acts in order now.
So Arsenal needs to get their.
I actually think Liverpool is opening up the game. They decided to hold the game for this long, and now they are attacking. It's a technical formation. It's a strategy.
Game plan of the
Yes,
coach.
it's a strategy. So they are out to attack now. They want to get a goal, so they are attacking more than they did in the first half or the early part of second half. The changes they made have not made much impact. McAllister was taken off for Jones. I don't think that's going to make much attacking game changes. But you could see a lot more from Mo Salah so far in this half, and a lot more balls being served forward. But Arsenal will have to capitalize on the newly brought in Eze and Odegaard. Now, if they're going to get anything, they have to be pretty mobile in order to secure something here. Let's see what will happen here. Ball comes to Noni. What can Noni do? Noni can serve that ball into the 18, but there will be nobody there except the tall defenders of Liverpool. You have Van Dijk here, who is really tall, and then you have Konate, both of them giants. And the likes of the attack of Arsenal.
Attacking down the left with the ball. And he sets this one straight to Odegaard. Oh, drop it. Oh, that was on-time interception by Konate. And I think you could have taken that.
On his own.
I think Odegaard would have done better. Maybe attempting it with his foot.
With his right leg, are we?
Yes,
It might not have been much impactful. He didn't have space.
Yeah, he didn't have
There was no space. Oh my God.
So your boss will say Ilemu. That is the ground held him and held him closely. So it's another substitution in the pipeline for Liverpool. Federico Chiesa is the guy that is about to come on for Liverpool at this time. Federico Chiesa was on the transfer gist that he might be leaving Liverpool. Turns out he's staying after Luis Diaz
And there's Konate
left,
down.
and Konate is also down. My goodness, it looks like this season there'll be a lot of it.
It's too early for us to be having this kind of injuries now, and just March day 3 now, a lot of players have picked up injury. And I think we'll be off.
they're still likely going to get a lot more in the coming weeks because the mid-season was pretty busy this year, and quite a number of teams didn't have enough rest. The players didn't get enough rest to their muscles, and while they were not doing international activities, they were playing either Club World Cup or playing friendlies all over the place. So we're going to get a lot more.
Well, at least every season is the same. Apart from those who went for the Club World Cup, it's the same 1 month.
Liverpool was in the Club World Cup, wasn't it?
No, they weren't.
Okay, they were in
Even
there.
Arsenal wasn't. So I think they had all the time in the world. So maybe
Well, but one good thing is that the transfer window is still open. I think till tomorrow night, so you can still at least try and reinforce, depending on the long time of the injury to those players. We saw Arsenal with Kai Havertz. Immediately, it was confirmed that it will be out for a very long time. They quickly swooped into the market and brought on what's his name now, Easy, and Saliba is out now. We don't know how long. Though another defender is coming on for Arsenal. Hopefully before the end of tomorrow, the confirmation will be how they do.
so it looks like Konate.
And it looks serious.
It looks serious. It looks like an hamstring. It looks like an hamstring.
And I think that's the same thing as Saliba also. And you have two French
Even the
defenders.
Even the lap.
Two French defenders now, going out injured. And I think both of them
in
were
the
called
same
to the national team.
I think Ekitike has been substituted for Chiesa. Right now, Chiesa will have to lead Liverpool attack while
Joe Gomez.
Joe Gomez will be coming in for Konate. Let's see if he can fill that space. against Gyökeres. Konate has been seriously clamping down on Gyökeres in this game. Can Gomez do it? We'll find out shortly.
Well, we'll find out shortly what will end this one. It looks like my prediction would have come to pass because it's still 0-0 at the 80th minute of that encounter. And in the Dortmund game, Dortmund leading 2-0 already at the 77th minute of that encounter. Guirassy, the striker right there, the one on the scorer's sheet. 2 goals he has gotten today, and not bad a day for the young man. So, back to the Anfield, throwing to Liverpool, straight to Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai will grab the ball to do the throwing duties the right back will do on their day. Now, let's talk about it, Palu. Szoboszlai midfielder having to play the right back. How do you think he has fared today?
Well, so far they haven't considered any goal. I think he has fared okay. This is the second game he will be starting from that position, and that was why I was so annoyed with Martinelli. He couldn't try to take him on for 45 minutes. 60 minutes or so that he played there. So. But if you ask me, I think Szoboszlai has actually, done better there as a right back in this game.
Yeah, so he's actually doing okay. So far, so good for the Hungarian, deputizing on the right back row for Frimpong. And this is a yellow card for, I think, Zubimendi right there, who brought down Curtis Jones of Liverpool Football Club. And the Doc, you agree with me that any team that concedes at this point in time
it's
will be very painful.
Yeah, it will be very dangerous if Arsenal should concede a goal now. Now, I've always known that if Arsenal should concede first, they may not be able to get back. Liverpool should concede first. Yes, they have a very good chance of scoring back, maybe from a set piece. They have very tall players who have been doing well with nodding, who have been doing well with scoring from headers in Arsenal. But with Liverpool, but for Arsenal, it may be a serious problem for them should they concede a goal at this stage in time of this game.
So, 3 men standing next to that free kick. Cody Gakpo, Szoboszlai, and Mo Salah. Which one of these guys will actually take the free kick at the end of the day? Well, we'll see about that. So it looks like it's going to be Szoboszlai that will take this one at the end of the day. And he takes it! And
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
goal!
Oh my God! That's a fantastic goal from Liverpool. Oh my God! Wow! Superb free kick.
And just lightning that has struck at the Anfield.
That's
It's the right side
25,
of
30,
the divide.
30
The
yards
home team.
off.
Oh my goodness.
That's like 30 yards off.
That is a beauty.
What a goal! That was a screamer.
A 3 points deserving goal.
Boy.
Szoboszlai is his name.
And
Hungarian.
Arsenal players looking really, really rumpled right here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Look
This
at
is
that
something.
Struck it. And I think David Raya could have done better. I think he could have.
Well, I don't think he had
And
any
that was a
chance.
He didn't stand a chance. It was blocked.
And he had to, the
He
woodwork
went
there
for the ball.
actually-
He went for it quite well, but was with so much power. He couldn't get to it. He could not get to that ball. That was fantastic. It was unexpected. Superb goal from like 25, 30 yards out. Oh, that's a disappointment. I can feel the heart of Arsenal fans right now. Gunners are bleeding now.
What a time.
What a time to score. 84
What a
minutes of the game already. What can Gunners do? They
And I
had
was
their
still
own chances.
talking about if there's any team that scored now, the other team will be licking their wounds. But there's still time. There's still time. Anything can happen in the world of football. Impossibility is nothing at the end of the day. So 84th minute, approaching 85th minute now. It's Liverpool now leading 1-0. The pressure Liverpool turned on Arsenal has really brought in the design.
Arsenal has a chance. Oh, that was a foul. Oh. It was too sluggish. It was too sluggish with the ball there. He should have done something quickly. It took so long. That should be a foul. That should be called. It's a foul.
No.
Or did he go down?
No, though the player
was
was
not
trying to pull him back. They're talking about Gomez.
He wouldn't go down if somebody was not pulling
I
him. He
don't
was
think
facing the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but I don't think that would have they would, count that one.
That was one of the closest chances Arsenal will have in this game.
I think it was too sluggish there. Yeah, and look at how he turned in.
Why did he go down? Why did he even go down?
I'm still here to understand why he went down there.
Why
but
did he go down?
He miscued his feet. He miscalculated his runs right there and lost balance and went down at the end of the day. Now, the interesting part now.
Galcares has a chance. What will he do?
He
goes down.
The studio is very quiet.
Okay, there's still a chance. No. Oh no. The keeper will pick the ball.
The interesting thing is the studio is very quiet right now. The Arsenal fans in the studio are very serious with their phones or whatever they are
Come
doing,
on, look
trying
at that.
to avoid-
Somebody's trying to climb another.
Just trying to avoid the scoreline. But
No. It's fun. We are playing against Liverpool, and it's now still game on.
a lot of coming up in the conversation is understandable. Life
Actually, if you want to throw banters, well, this is the time for banters. In fact, Arsenal fans are going to get a lot of it if this game should end up.
We are not playing Greensby Town. We are playing against.
If this game should end up this way, Arsenal fans will get a huge load of banters.
I don't think we'll get any load of banters.
Losing against Liverpool
yes,
here.
at Anfield, but which the game is still on. You could still get something from it, probably if possible, even get all 3 points. But he's saying we'll get a lot of banters when against for losing at Anfield. I don't think.
Salah to score his own? No.
So
What can
which
Eze
is,
do?
The
And there's a player
Messi
down.
so-called transfer. Let's see what he will bring to the table. And
That was too heavy
and
now.
he crossed into the box.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
Galcares
goodness.
almost got
I think
into
that
one.
was Gomez there doing the
Yeah,
clearance there.
Gomez.
Oh my God, that was so close. Galcares had his D already pressed. He already pressed the box.
Ooh.
He pressed the box already. But Gomez would deny him of that ball. So it's still very pensive. It's a tensive match, and it's very
I think there's
interesting.
there's another player down.
Florian Wirtz is down. And this is one set Liverpool fans don't want to see. Because the investment is not small.
Szoboszlai free kick was one in a season. I don't think he scores much free kicks like that.
No,
But-
it's a free kick pro from Leipzig.
Yes, but
Dead ball specialist.
how often does he score from this position?
That's a pity.
That's 25 yards.
He scores a lot of free kick from Leipzig before he joined Liverpool. Look at that corner kick. Oh my God. That is a beautiful goal.
That's a stab to the heart.
Of the Arsenal fans.
No, it's disappointing. We considered.
No, I understand
that.
when they are leading Arsenal like this. It's
It's not about when they are leading us. You don't
Well,
expect
so
me to
such is
accept
life,
it. I
such
didn't
is
come here
life.
to pray or hope that we'll get a lose. But so far in this game, looking at the time Liverpool got the goal and how the goal came in, It's a lovely goal. Nothing the goalkeeper could have done there. And oh,
So, Endo has been brought on in place of Flynn who looks to be injured. So let's see how fast. And Doman also coming on for Arsenal Football Club. I think he replaced Noni Madueke.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So, corner kick to Arsenal. Another guard will swing this one into the box, headed out by Joe Gomez, who came in and did that saving for Liverpool that could have brought Arsenal back into the game. Long ball forward, and Arsenal back in possession. Botman will go down the right. We try to approach the box and still with the ball. And
Who
still
is
try
this?
Doman.
What
right
is he
there.
doing?
A 15 years old.
Is that what he should be doing?
I think he should be pulling the
Why
ball
don't you
in
push the
more.
ball for people to play? Why
So
robbing the
90th
ball?
minute of this encounter, it is still Arsenal trying to load the box and see what they can get from it at the end of the day. And Eberechi gets this one, and it looks like there's a calm all over Eberechi
Yeah.
the way he approached the ball.
Yeah. And he was too calm with that ball. He had a chance. He should have been more aggressive
Very
with
good
that
one,
that ball rather than being calm. So that calm also has its own disadvantage. This guy can do better than just roll the ball around his leg. And he doesn't seem to be doing well enough rolling it around his leg. Send the ball in. Let people contend. Let your players have a feel of it, and you may just get something. This is Premiership. You throw it into the 18-yard when it gets to this kind of period. Just throw it like Man United would do, and look for Maguire, any type of Maguire that can head against Grisby and equalize with Grisby or any team they're playing. And of course, they found a way yesterday. Were able to get the penalty to score the winner. Too much now. What is this Timber? What is this Timber? What's that? Does this Arsenal look like they want to equalize? I don't think so. I think they want to keep the stab, the knife in the heart of their fans.
Yeah.
For tonight.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would try to remove the knife and make their fans go home and have a sleep, but it looks like they want to spend the next 5 minutes, which is remaining in this game encounter, maintaining the knife in that position. Because why would Timber play that kind of shot?
And Dortmund now leading
added of the game.
So, in the last minute of additional time already, and Liverpool still leading 1-0, courtesy that well taken, fantastic free kick to shoot that arrow straight into the heart of the
Iberi has to release this ball more and faster. Iberi needs to learn to release the ball faster.
I think he beat the man there, but he could have done better there. I think he's too calm. The way he
beat the man and release the ball, push it to the people, send it into the dangerous point of the area. The game is about to be called off. The referee looks at his whistle. He's still looking at his whistle. He possibly wants to keep looking until he blows it. He looks at his time. Arsenal will have a last chance. A cross comes in, and a header will. No, the Liverpool boys will not agree. Send it off far and far away into the yard of Arsenal. It looks to me that the game is over already. I think Arsenal has lost this one. Arsenal has lost this one. And the only one that will benefit from this game is Liverpool. These guys are not walking alone. They don't want to walk alone. They are not walking alone. Gyökeres has been fouled, well fouled, and a yellow card will go from the referee here. We'll give a yellow card to
Endo right there. So Endo right there now on the yellow card.
Last chance for Arsenal. Already at the 98th minute of the game.
Yeah, the 7 minutes has elapsed, additional time. And now already 8 minutes is almost elapsed.
You can see the Anfield fans celebrating heavily. They're just celebrating,
and
singing.
That's a beauty to win.
Arsenal will have a last chance here. What would they do? Not much. And the ball goes and the referee puts his whistle in his mouth.
And it's all over
and it blows
at the Anfield. And Arsenal are beating Liverpool top the table. 9.9 out of 9. Looks like they are ready to defend their title. Right?
If you ask me, Arsenal didn't create enough good chances through the middle. And their wingers were not up to it. And Teta made terrible errors. He should have brought in those changes earlier. He waited till 90 at the 75th minute to make that change of Iberi and Odegaard.
Even this kind of game, I just think Liverpool was just lucky with that free kick.
Well, they were lucky, but it could have ended a draw. But Arteta had a chance to win it. They had the better team in this game. They had a better game to win this game, but he didn't handle it well. He was more conservative. He was more interested in conserving than going out.
So Arsenal is back where they belong, third on the table, or maybe Champions League places. Follow the Arsenal fan. How does it feel to lose after we told you were going to lose?
Well, it's just a prediction. You are not an Arsenal fan, and I know you right from time. You don't anything about Arsenal. It's always you take L for Arsenal. So it's not about you telling me. Well, we came to Anfield here and we saw, but we couldn't conquer. But kudos to Liverpool. That beautiful free kick there. But overall, I think Arsenal we need to up again. We had the chance, like Doug said, we had the opportunity, time, and chances to have taken the league, but we just refused to do the needful on time. And I think Mikel Arteta, those substitution, he made them very late. To me, I said it at halftime. Martinelli shouldn't have even come back with the team in the second half. And secondly, I don't know why Leandro Trossard was on the bench for all 90 minutes. Look at Eze, the time he came in, I think, look at how he was taking on the fullback there. Bring those players on time, but, he refused to do that. But a painful one for us, but we go again, 3 points behind Liverpool. We just have to, pick ourselves from here now going forward.
Well, such is life. You can hear a crying Arsenal fan lamenting seriously because it didn't really work the way he thought it would at the end of the day. So now, looking at it from the Dogs' perspective, Do you think that Liverpool deserved the win, or Arsenal gave it to them after not converting their chances that they had in the field? But not to me, they were not really clear chances.
Actually, Arsenal had the better of this game. If you saw the match from beginning to the end, you'll agree with me that the Arsenal boys were more committed to winning this game than Liverpool was. Liverpool was playing like a more tired side, and except for a few flashes of attack from Mo Salah and maybe one or two chances they created that led to the free kick, which were not really big chances. They were just play in the midfield close to the 18-yard where the free kick, the infringement was committed. So Arsenal was the better of the today's game. Arsenal actually deserved, worst case scenario, a draw in this game. But, you know, as fate will have it, it ended in favor of Liverpool. Liverpool did not deserve a win in this game. If you looked at the way they played, if you look at the chances they created and the energy they put into this game, they were lucky to have that free kick goal.
Yeah,
That could have hit the bar. That could have hit the
all
bar.
you need is to be lucky.
That could have hit the bar. You are asking me for my opinion.
Okay.
That could have hit the bar or cross the woodworks and come back. That could have been saved by the goalkeeper. So if I'm talking about they not deserving to have the lead based on statistics, it's
I'm
because
not
of the
arguing
records.
with you, but at least
Yeah, so
they,
but they were lucky to have it. So that's my opinion.
sometimes luck is always needed.
Exactly
in
the
football.
point. But it is
So
not.
but when you look at it, Paulo, was it about Liverpool being decisive defensively, or maybe Arsenal's poor decision making in the final third?
Well, I think Liverpool defended very well. So also is Arsenal. You know, if you look at the goal they scored, it wasn't as a result of maybe defensive error. You know, it's one of those kind of situations whereby you as a midfielder or you need to make sure once the man beats you, he doesn't go far with the ball. Though looking at that ball, I think it's almost about 30, close to 30 or more yard, and that was a beautiful goal. But I think Arsenal, we were not, that decisive in the final third there, because much in the first half we had Liverpool, at the back there all through, but we couldn't take our chances. Though we created not many chances, but the ones we created were not real clear-cut chances.
I hope now you know that sometimes stats is not, because you were reading out stats. Which day was that? Yeah, it's been this number of seasons that Arsenal has lost last at the Anfield.
I said it's
but it's fine. We've seen what we've seen what,
but we've not lost. But today it was, more
but
or less a tight game.
we've
And
seen
one
what
goal separated it.
what has happened today. And starting with you, Paul, the best performer on the day and the worst performer on the field. For you.
From Arsenal side,
You just pick anyone of the two.
the worst performer for is Martinelli. Was very
For you, and the best?
The best performer for me today. I wanted to say this thing when the game was on, but I said let me just keep quiet until the game finished to avoid me just saying it, then he commits a blunder. It's actually the guy that came in for Saliba. It was very, very okay. He didn't make any mistake, commanding his
So
passes.
for you, it's the best.
Yeah, performer for me, Mosquera.
The doc, your best, your worst performer in general on the field, and your best performer.
I'll go with Paul with the worst performer. Martinelli was not impactful. He was not virtually invisible on that field of play. And if you ask me for the best player or the most impactful player, I'm going to go for Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai held the midfield pretty powerfully well, and Szoboszlai scored the only goal that separated the two sides. So he's the more determining person on that field. So for me, that's Szoboszlai. He should be the man of the match.
So, Liverpool won it at the death. Well taken free kick. Bullet straight to the hearts of Arsenal fans. But this bullet won't kill. It's just a bullet that will be so painful, because there's always a next time in the marathon of football. A league competition. like the Premier League, which is extremely competitive. And Arsenal will still have a chance to host Liverpool and maybe give them a taste of their own medicine. Yeah, Doc, thank you for joining us today. And Paulo, thank you for joining us. And yes, it's been a wonderful, wonderful watch along edition of the game between Liverpool and Arsenal. My name is Afalaya DME Joseph. Till we meet again, always remember that you can only fail if you stop trying. Keep trying until your goal becomes a reality that you can touch and you can feel. Till next time, ciao, stay blessed.